Taurus the Bull, what's up? Here's your reading for July 15th to the 31st. If you guys would like to skip the intro and the shuffling, go ahead and see the timestamp available for you in the comments section of this video. I have some important news to tell you, so I don't think you would want to skip it. Also, remember guys, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And also the messages can either be coming from you or can be happening to you. So remember that, okay? Just as a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading, check the description box for information upon how to obtain one. Let's go ahead and bless the deck, and then I'll explain to you what I meant about the message. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Taurus with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant to be. Okay. Let me show you something, Taurus. Only my Virgo analytical mind would see this or catch this. Okay. See, I'm gonna try and describe this the best way that I can. Even me writing it was a little strange. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, it looks crazy, but I'm gonna walk you through it. Okay, I'm gonna do this the best way that I can. Let's see. Okay, let me come a little bit closer. Let's see if we can do this here. Sorry, Taurus, I'm just trying to get this so it's clear. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I don't want to. Okay, so your contemplator cards. They were, a lot of them kind of came out, right? So the numbers there was number 1, number 2, number 5, number 6, number 15, number 16. Yeah, all of those numbers are the card chronological orders in terms of how they popped out, the number as to which they popped out. So like 7 of Swords there was the first card, 7 of Cups was the second card, the 5th card, 6 of Coins, and so on and so forth. So, let's see, I want to get a little bit closer. I can only zoom in so much right here. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's move it back a little bit. Sorry, Taurus, I just want to make sure that you guys see this. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think that's the best way we can do it. Okay, so you had quite a few contemplator cards. I mean, here it's a little messy, but I just want to show you. This is how many you had. There, it's a little strange in terms of the writing, but you know, I have my little code. But that's how many you had, right? Okay. So the first and the second card that popped out was the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. 7 of Swords reversed, I'm sorry. And then the second card was the 7 of Cups. And then a couple of, two cards popped out after that. And then the 5th card and the 6th card popped out. And the 5th card was the 6 of Coins. And the 6th card was the 6 of Swords reversed. Okay? Now, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. Okay, there's an immediate choice to be made. Now, the 14th card that popped out was the 7 of Cups, and then the 15th card was the 6 of Coins. And I was like, what the hell? Okay, so if we go over this. So, like I was saying, the 14th card was the 7 of Cups, the 15th card was the 6 of Coins. And that so happened to be the second card as well, and the 5th card. So one from each decision, right? That's why the little arrow's there. So yeah, so one from each decision. So then the 14th card, I said the 7 of Cups, and the 15th card is the 6 of Coins. Now, when you add up all the card numbers in terms of number 1, number 2, number 5, number 6, right, it equals 14. Yeah, so it equals 14 right here. And what was the 14th card? The 7 of Cups. And in numerology, when you reduce or deduce it down, 1 plus 4, since it's 14, is 5. And what was the 5th card? The 6 of Coins. So look at that. It's the consistency. right? I was like, oh my God, I was shook. And then the Justice card was the last card that popped out. Okay, right at the bottom here. That was the last card that popped out. Now, Justice, it says 1 + 1 right there after it says after Justice reversed equals, it's 1 + 1. Justice card is the 11th card. Now, when you deduce or reduce that as well, it comes out to 2. And what was the second card that popped out? The 7 of Cups. Now, what does 7 of Cups mean? Basically, the illusion of success. Having choices and then making a decision, or maybe it's kind of not making a decision, just looking at your options, basically. But you have to be careful with how you look at your options. So I feel like the 7 of Cups, once again, remember the decision that needs to be made. So that's what I was saying in the beginning when I was contemplating on your cards, and then those cards popped out. I said, oh, there's a major decision to be made. Isn't that very strange? And then the 6 of Coins, right, is giving. Okay, you know, wanting to give, giving back. So I feel like that's the decision to be made. Do you want to give to someone or to something? Is justice involved in this? And justice reversed, which is, when I see justice reversed, that makes me, you know, kind of conclude that justice wasn't served. Something went wrong, or someone, like the bad guy got, you know, the reward, and then the good guy got the shit end of the stick, kind of like that. Like someone was at a major disadvantage and wasn't, you know, justice wasn't served properly for whatever that reason may be. That's up to God and the universe. That has nothing to do with me. But did you maybe miss out on something? Or you maybe caused someone else to miss out on something? Did the bad guy get the reward while the good guy kind of didn't? So that's why there's a little question mark there. It's kind of squished, but right at the end, right here that's the question. Because, I mean, and also Taurus, what does the 7 of Swords reverse mean? In kind of the brackets there. It's a little blurry, but catching someone. Because the 7 of Swords upright is, you know, someone taking, but leaving clues and hints behind. To me, the 7 of Swords reverse is actually catching someone. And what does the 6 of Swords mean as well, reversed? Not wanting to walk away. So who caught who, and who doesn't want to walk away from the decision that they need to make regarding giving? Why is justice all up and through here? So think about that. I know it's a lot going on over here, but I hope you kind of grasped the concepts I was trying to get to. And do not ask me how I saw this. It's just very strange, you know. That's why Mr. Virgo's son over here, Mr. Good Old Mark, he would only see something like that and notice something like that. But if you notice anything else in terms of like numbers, and you have, I mean, you're an earth sign as well, very analytical, let's do it. And tell me what else you see there. And you know, I think I want to say it's the 25th of July. I want to say Mercury or it moves into Virgo, I believe. Isn't that strange? And I have Mercury in Virgo. A little weird there. But yeah, okay, Taurus, I'll be quiet now. But if you see anything else, let me know. I'll be very interested in speaking to you about it. Like, that's pretty crazy. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, take a little drink here. Okay, Taurus, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and shuffle for your spread. And then I'm going to make a little scenario out of your contemplator cards. Father God, can you please release Taurus's first base card and some clarifiers after that, please, Father? Taurus. So there's a major decision that needs to be made, or decisions. And I see that there are a lot of options for you, Taurus, or a lot of ways about going about this. Let me say that. I'm sorry, I'm kind of stumbling on my words here. I'm a little shook after all that. But, yeah, there's a decision that needs to be made. I think multiple ones. It's pretty clear that that's what's going on now. Two of coins, Taurus. Look at the twos. The twos. Waiting on something, the beginning stages of something. Balance. Isn't that weird? So, Taurus, because I feel like whatever this decision is, I feel like the basis of it has to do with negativity being created from it or negativity coming from it. Like, it's just not working. Something is wrong here. And I feel like it's leading you to feel trapped, Taurus. You feel trapped, but hence me saying feel. And if you indeed are, I'm sorry, I don't mean any judgment on you, you know, but just saying from your contemplator cards. And I feel like we kind of went over that has to do with giving. And does this person or this situation deserve to be given to? Tower reversed. The Nine of Wands. Because I feel, Taurus, like you may be okay right now in terms of like financially, and you know, you may be okay even if you're just making it. Hey, you're making it, you know, you're all right, kind of thing. But I feel like you're going to have to see, Taurus, and go into the depths of your soul and really see what's going on, and if this person deserves it, Taurus. Do they really deserve it? I'm going to take these two as well. Do they really deserve to be given to? Do they deserve maybe a second chance? Knight of Cups, and I was just talking about this card, I know, when I said to, you know, go into the depths of your soul. But it's reversed here. It came upright in the Contemplators. Okay, so these two cards I wanted to pop. The Fool. And then the other one that I wanted to pop. Temperance reversed. Could be dealing with the Sag, maybe. Okay, that's the first set, Taurus, right here for you. Let's work on the second. Father God, please release Taurus the second base card and some clarifiers for it for July 15th to the 31st, please. Okay. So yeah, going into the depths of your soul and seeing if they really deserve it. And I really feel, Taurus, like it's going to be something where it's like you're going to kind of have to be a little stern, a little mean this time. I don't know why I feel like that. I mean, well, maybe because after the Knight of Coins popped out and the King of Wands reverse popped out after that in your Contemplator. So, I mean, I can assume that that's kind of maybe why I feel like that a little bit. Or maybe that person was very, I mean, let's keep it consistent. That person was extremely mean to you or was disrespectful to you. So, do they really deserve it? No? And normally I'm not the one that says, you know, oh, be like that back to someone or give them what they kind of deserve. But maybe you need to. Because why did that person think that they can take from you or think that they can put you in such a precarious situation? In such an untenable situation? They obviously thought that you were some kind of fool or something like that? This time the generalized statement of, you know, Taurus being stubborn, maybe it'll serve some, you know, good purpose this time. Nine of Coins reversed. This came out upright in your Contemplators. So, Taurus, then after the King of Wands reversed, the damn Devil card popped out. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like there is someone involved in this situation. Like, that it was just, yeah, that's what it was. Now, look at that. a little strange. Okay. So, then the Chariot card, and then the Ace of Coins, and the Queen of Wands reversed. Then the Seven of Cups and Six of Coins, like we said, and then Justice. So, Taurus, like, are we going to move forward? And what direction, in terms of forward, are we going to move? How are we going to do this? Because a decision needs to be made, like I said. Decisions need to be made, Taurus. So it's up to you as to what you want to do. But I'm just hoping that you make the right one, Taurus, you know? Whether this is actually coming from you or to you. I don't know. Just apply it to, you know, your situation. All of a sudden, cards don't want to pop out right now. That's weird. 10 of Coins reversed. Father God, why is the 9 of Coins here? In reverse for Taurus. Page of Cups. Two of Cups. In this deck, I don't know why it's called Faith. I mean, well, I kind of know, but I mean, specifically it's called Faith, right? This is a Hierophant, Taurus. Welcome to your reading, right? Okay, so there's the second set. Let's get some, clear this up for you guys, sorry about that. Okay, let's get some crowning cards, Taurus. What's in your mind? What's in your thoughts? Father, what's in Taurus's thoughts pertaining to the situations at hand and for July 15th to the 31st, please? God, what's in Taurus's mind and in Taurus's thoughts pertaining to the situations at hand? What's in Taurus's mind and Taurus's thoughts from July 15th to the 31st, please? You wanted to come out? Oh, there's two here. Yeah, that's it. Good. We're good, I should say. This is the first one that popped. 5 of Wands. Makes a little bit of sense. Oh, damn, Taurus. 10 of Swords. Knight of Swords. Oh, shit. 6 of Coins reversed, Taurus. Wow, that's crazy, and it's reversed, and that's what's in your thoughts. So, Taurus. Oh, I don't like to say holy shit, but holy shit. Why did I know that that was at the bottom of the damn deck? I was like, that would be so funny if the 7 of Cups is in reverse right there at the bottom of the deck. Taurus. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. I feel the Lord in spirit all up and through here right now. Taurus. Holy sheep shit. Oh my God, Taurus. I love when this happens in tarot. I mean, it's not just because I'm saying I love it, like, you know, like it's a selfish thing, but I know that this is meant, whether it's meant for one person or whether it's meant for all you guys as a collective, sun, moon, and rising, and Venus, and 7th house, and, you know, all of that. Taurus. What the shit? That is crazy. Wow. And Taurus, card number 14 and card number 15 from the Contemplator cards, that little arrow graph little thing I was showing you earlier. This little ness going on. Look, The Seven of Cups and the Six of Coins, card 14 and 15, were both upright. They're in reverse here, Taurus. Wow. Okay. Okay, Taurus. Normally I don't really like, nor do I ever really curse. Sometimes things pop out, but I'll catch myself. And I would like that on my channel too much per se in the comment section. I mean, shit every now and then, okay, whatever. But I mean, I'm not saying be a potty mouth, but feel free to say whatever it is that you need to say, because this is fucking amazing, by the way. So you're free to express yourself in any way possible in terms of the comments. Okay, guys? Crazy. Okay, Taurus, so let's work on the first set. After this shookness, right. So, Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. This is an interesting reading so far. Right. So, balance. I think it's pretty safe for us to kind of start with that. So, Taurus, I'm just trying to think of how to start this, okay? So the main decisions, giving and making the right decision as to who to give to. Now, I feel, Taurus, like initially I'm feeling that there's some type of avoidance that's going on. And I feel as if there's a lot of contention going on. There's a lot of people stirring crap up, I feel. I also feel that you're having trouble discerning how to handle this situation or how to go about it the best way possible. Because I can kind of, I can see through the cards here that you have been arguing maybe a lot with people. And I'm not saying that you started or anything like that, but arguing has been going on. I'm also picking up jealousy. I don't know why. Maybe it's, once again, guys, general reading can either be happening to you or from you. I feel like Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords, with the Two of Coins, with the Knight of Cups in reverse. We have two knights here. So I feel like in your mind, Taurus, in your thoughts, you do want communication to be as effective as possible. But I feel, Taurus, that like this communication, it's not really happening. I don't feel like it's not like there's an avoidance of it, but I just kind of feel like there's pain behind it. Like the communication is just not, I feel like it's working for one person or one party. I feel. And I also feel like this communication, even though it's not in reverse, so I feel like there is communication, it's going, but I feel like it's throwing either you or some situation off balance. And I feel like emotions are really getting the best of the situation. It's forming the situation. So I'm feeling like This communication is just causing you to think bad things. Now, whether that's about yourself or whether that's about your situation, whatever it may be. I'm feeling like it's about yourself, Taurus. And in conjunction with a lot of the arguing and a lot of the fighting, it's causing a lot of emotions just to come up for you. It's causing a lot of, I'm also picking up, Taurus, like maybe your past. And I want to say I'm kind of picking up on maybe you're blaming yourself for things. Because Temperance in reverse and the Two of Coins upright, those are two complete conflicting ideals. They're basically the antithesis of each other. You don't achieve balance by making the wrong decisions, maybe momentarily. I mean, like I said, there's always the exceptions, there are always the exceptions. But normally it doesn't work out like that. I'm feeling, okay, let's see. I think another decision towards, 10, 15, 16, okay? 7, 10, 11, and 5. Okay. Is there a decision that you need to make in terms of, are you making the right decisions or are you making the wrong decisions, Taurus, to avoid something? I'm also picking up on maybe you need to make the wrong decisions right now. I do not know why I just got that right now, why I picked that up. Because I'm looking at it like, and it's also funny how I said at the beginning when we were shuffling for your guys' spreads, like, when I said, well, maybe you need to be a little mean right now, or you need to be a little assertive. And I'm kind of picking that up a little because, with the Fool in reverse here and then Temperance, the Fool upright and Temperance in reverse here, it's kind of like take a leap of faith of not making the right decisions, but maybe be mindful of how emotional or the emotional damper that it's putting on in your situation or pertaining to your situation right now. Because, you're almost there. But in your thoughts too, Taurus, we have the Five of Wands here. It's like strife. That is just contention. Everyone fighting for no apparent reason, but everyone's basically, the Five of Wands is just tension and people are fighting for their own. It's like a clash of wills. It's just, they're fighting because they just want to. No one's abreast. Nothing is copacetic. Everyone's fighting for a different cause, basically. Which no one really agrees with anyway. So it's kind of like, what's the point? And I kind of feel like like with the Tower card in reverse here too, and Temperance, 7 and 7, once you deduce the numbers here. Are you going to take the leap of faith in terms of leaving the situation? I really feel like that's what it is. 0, the Fool, it's where things begin. It's where things start. You're almost there in terms of what it is that you want to accomplish. There's a lot going on, but you're choosing a rod or a wand. And see how he's kneeling down? He's going with that. He's going to take that decision because he knows that decision is going to lead to one more decision. But the fear of it as well, to get to 10, but the fear of it is that the right one, though? Once again, with the decisions. But you don't know which one you want to pick. Or you're not making a decision as well, Taurus. When I see the 7 of Cups in reverse here, that automatically leads me to think that you just don't want to make a decision. And I've been telling a lot of, my watchers and my subscribers, Not making a decision is pretty much just as detrimental as making the wrong decision, because you make the wrong decision, stagnation. You don't make a decision, you're not going anywhere fast, stagnation. So you're running in place, basically. Maybe that's why the temperance is in reverse here. It's trying to guide you into making the right decision. And I feel like this decision is going to take effective communication. And it's going to take maybe you reading your emotions of the ordeal. Don't let your emotions come into the middle of it and prevent movement. Because I feel like your emotions are maybe, contributing to you not making a decision, maybe not wanting to make a decision. When the Tower is in reverse here, it's going to happen either way. When I say the Tower in reverse, that leads me to say or to surmise that it's coming, whether you want it to or not. So while you're sitting and standing there not making a decision, it's going to be made for you. And when whatever transpires from that or whatever comes from it, you can't feel bad about it, or you can't be upset about it because you didn't want to make a decision. So the universe is going to make one for you. And I don't know why I'm picking up two, Taurus. I mean, maybe you don't want to make a decision because you don't want to maybe feel like you're going to be responsible for the things that transpire from it, like an avoidance. But at the same time, whether you don't make it, you don't have any influence on it, and what comes out of it, people are still going to think or know that it came from your direction. You may have not made it, but you were involved in it somehow. So those opprobrious comments are going to come, and those negative comments are going to come from people or from the situation. So once again, stagnation. And maybe you don't want to make the decision because you feel like it's going to throw you off your balance. Like you're going to tip over. I think it's like people not wanting to give to you or something like that. It has to do with a little bit of selfish behavior. But I mean, I can understand a little bit to a certain point if this is coming from you. Because why would you want to be there for people that treat you like shit? Or that cause you to feel like this? That cause you just to want to maybe lay your wands down and having to be forced to make some type of decision or to look at things and see what's the best one. Like people putting you in that position to have to do that. And also putting yourself in that position needing to do that. But we can't avoid what's going to come. The more we avoid it, the worse, the less prepared we are. The less prepared that we are to handle it. Because if you want to be able to handle it, Taurus, you're going to have to make somewhat of a decision and make sure it's the most, let's say, lucrative decision. That's a weird way of saying that, but that the best decision that you're going to gain from it, because then at least you can prepare yourself, or you have somewhat of an idea as to where it's going to go. But whatever it is, I feel like it's just detrimental either way. Like, I'm having a little trouble grasping like the main concept of this. I mean, tarot just kind of, or how I read, gives me just a situation. And then I try to, see between the lines here and see what it's trying to say. So it presents a situation and then I kind of interpret it and then I come back or I give feedback as to the best way of going about it. But I do feel like with the 9 of Wands here and the 5 of Wands here, I feel like there's contention or there's tension in your thoughts, in your mind, and also in your environment. And maybe it's causing you to make the wrong decisions. Maybe you're becoming maybe a little influenced. Or people are, like I said, are forcing you to make certain decisions that you necessarily don't want to make. And I feel like it's really annoying you, and it's causing you to flip out. Like it's causing you just like headaches. Like it's just you're ruminating over it, and then it makes you even more frustrated, Taurus. The fact that that you're being prevented of making the right decision. Like backing you up into a corner almost. And Taurus hates that. Because security is really important. I always say this in every one of your guys' readings. Because it's very true for you guys. If you don't feel secure emotionally, financially, materialistically, spiritually, you guys just want to leave the situation. You just don't want any part of it. It's a sensitive spot for you guys. And this is all about balance. I mean, even the 2 pentacles that he's holding, I mean, if one's heavier than the other, he's going to tip over. And look, he's on top of water. He has no foundation. He must keep balance at all times. This is not going to work if one is heavier than the other. And I'm looking at that as like, is one side heavier than the other side? But what are you choosing to carry on each side? Because people can present you with things or with situations. But ultimately, the baggage that you keep from it, and I know that sounds a little messed up or it sounds a little rude, but let me say it like this. What you choose to keep and what you choose to keep resonating or resounding in your mind and what you choose to worry about becomes the baggage. And you can't have more in one bag than the other because that's when you tip over. Let's look at your other little spread here. So what needs to be served? Who was done wrong in this situation? Or why wasn't justice maybe given to one end? Who got the shit end of the stick, I'm thinking, even though it's not in reverse. But with the 10 of coins in reverse there, I mean, it's pretty clear as day as to what's going on. And with the 9 of coins in reverse here, this is also someone not wanting to give. This is also someone who just doesn't want to. Also someone who can't. So maybe this is happening to you, Taurus. Because 6 of coins is in reverse in your thoughts here. You're worrying about it. Why are you worrying about it? Is it because is it directly affecting you with the 9 of coins, with the 9 of coins in reverse here? Once again, look, the emotion card is underneath the base card. In terms of how everything lined, we lined it up. You're really off right now in terms of your emotions. Or maybe you're trying to understand them. Maybe you're trying to see the best way to approach it. Which, I mean, I don't blame you at this point. Are your emotions maybe getting the best of you and it's affecting your money or it's affecting your stability maybe? Now, that's no judgment. But the Two of Cups is here right after the Page of Cups, followed by you actually coming out in your own reading here. And it's funny that it's faith. It says faith at the top there. Do you need to have faith, Taurus, to understand that? Sometimes you must surrender to certain things. Now, when I'm saying surrendering, and I know that that's, you're probably like, oh, hell no. It's understandable because when you surrender to something, you let go of the control. When you let go of the control, you let go of security. Or not knowing where the security is going to go, where it's going to shift. And that immediately turns you off. I mean, it'll turn anyone off. But you guys are just like, nope. And hey, no judgment on that. Every sign in position has its own dualistic aspects to it. The good is there and the bad is there. They depend upon each other because then there's no comparison. You can't say something is good as something is not bad, and vice versa, you know? You could be maybe dealing with a Libra, maybe another Taurus, maybe a Virgo, a Sagittarius. I mean, but that's besides the point I see here. I mean, I feel, Taurus, given that, you know, this is your card, the Hierophant, I feel as though it's time to establish trusting yourself in terms of your emotions. It's time to look at them, and it's time to see what's there. Because if you keep avoiding it, how are you going to know what's there? And when situations come up, how do you know how to handle it? Or how can you have trust in yourself that you can handle it? Because yeah, you may handle it in a logical way, which, cool. But do you understand how maybe the emotional side of you may affect you? Like I said, there's pros and cons to everything. There's pros and cons to every decision, and that's what this card is about. It's about not really making a choice or beginning to make a choice, but being prepared for what comes from it. There's a good and a bad to it. But we must make it or we're going to be here. It's coming regardless. And it's going, like I said, throw you off of your balance. But do you want to be prepared for that? Because along with stability and along with every other aspect that has to do with balance, emotion is one of them. Because no one knows exactly everything that they want. Very few people do, and that's okay. That's not a bad thing. But you know what you deserve when you understand what you require, what makes you happy, what works for you. Do you know in terms of emotion or your emotional, space, your emotional mind frame? Because Taurus, if this keeps happening to you, what does this tell you? This is telling you that you're allowing it to. But the worst has come. The worst is here now. And I feel like this will be the end of it. But once this comes, this is when there will be the completion. Now, I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but I feel like that's what's going on. But I feel like a lot of it's going to have to do with understanding yourself. You're going to have to dig deep into that emotion, into your emotion, Taurus, and you're going to have to really see what's there. It's time to lift up that carpet and remove the dust. Get under there and sweep that carpet clean. Because you're not even attempting to want to do it, maybe. And we can't keep avoiding things. Avoidance is not going to work. You're going to have to, and also, in order for you to know exactly how to get there or how to tackle it, you're going to have to trust yourself. But you can't trust yourself if you don't know where you stand with yourself emotionally. Like, you're going to have to understand it. This is the basis of emotions. It's cups. And I feel like that's why justice is here. It's to see, to test yourself out. Are you going to do what's fair for other people, but also for yourself? But you don't know what fair is unless you actually can understand what you require and what is fair. Because you can't make good or solidified decisions about other people, what will benefit them, if you don't know what's going to benefit you, because then there's no comparison. Because then that means you're giving too much to the other person and not taking yourself into consideration, because you don't understand what you need and what you want when you don't dig into those emotions. Now, I'm not saying do it in the middle of work and like just have a full out blown out tantrum and cry your eyes out. No. Come on, us earth signs, we don't do that. We cry in our beds. That's when we do it. But you have to acknowledge what's there. I've been telling Virgo that a lot. You have to acknowledge what is lying there. You cannot avoid it. It's going to come out and bleed out into your adulthood. And it's going to manifest in certain situations, and you're going to find yourself in the same boat all of the time. You may have everything that you need with the 10 of coins here in reverse. But how do you have everything in your little chest there, but you feel like you don't? When I see the 10 of cups in reverse, it reminds me or makes me conclude that, this is unacceptance. This is wasted, invested time. So why not work on it? Because you're going, like I said, going back to what I just said, you're going to go through the same damn cycles. You're going to continue to waste your time. With emotional acceptance comes transformation. You have to grant yourself that. You deserve that. You deserve to be happy, not just with another person, but with yourself. When I see the 2 of cups as well, it can mean a decision as well. They're dualistic. But when I see it with these surrounding cards, Taurus, it makes me conclude that you need to get in touch with your feminine, emotional side and your masculine, creative side. Now, I'm not saying, women are not creative, but you understand what I'm saying. Masculine being the creative, assertive one. Feminine being the emotional type of person, like that. You understand what I'm saying? You have to bind those two together. You're going to have to. And it's going to start with understanding it, though. You have to seek it and understand it in order to reach this point. Because when you reach this point, you're going to be a lot happier. When you reach this point, this will no longer happen to you because, one, you won't put yourself in this position, and you also won't allow this to come in and shake things up. And you'll know how to handle this because you understand yourself and you know what you bring to the table. And then you'll be able to make decisions and be comfortable with them. And trust in yourself and trust in your own discernment. I feel like that's why justice is here. What are you going to do for yourself, Taurus? Are you going to make the right decisions for yourself? But it starts with understanding what you need and what you require. Okay, let's pull some advice cards. See what's up with that. Do we have any advice for Taurus? What advice can we give Taurus, Father? How to move forward in these situations? Father, how can Taurus better cope with the situation? Or how can he or she solve the issues at hand? Queen of Coins in reverse, or Queen of Pentacles. What advice do you have? Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know what flew up first, but we'll go over here. The Empress. The Eight of Coins. This one was last, I remember. Two of Wands reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. The Seven of Swords reversed was right here as well. Where is it? Right there. That was one of the decisions initially in the beginning. Six of Swords reversed was the other one. So, Taurus, we need to remember that what we bring into our environment, it directly affects us. It affects our decisions. It puts us in certain predicaments, whether that's good or bad. But usually a predicament's not, it's usually frowned upon, normally. But you can't create, you can't manifest positivity when your environment is off or it's shaky. I'm not saying that it'll never happen, but you can only work with what you have in a sense. Yeah, you can acquire, but I always use this example, but if your foundation is weak, if it's faulty, if there's a crack in it, it's not going to withstand the elements or the weathering that that is inflicted upon it, afflicted by it, or upon it. And it begins by, once again, knowing what you want and how much work you put into something. The Eight of Coins comes, obviously, after the Seven of Coins. The Seven of Coins is looking at situations and saying, okay, what do I do now? Where do I go now? The Eight of Coins is making that decision and then working on it because it's making the best one. But we're not making decisions, or we're having trouble doing that. Is it because we don't feel like we can do it? Do we feel somewhat weak and tired and debilitated where we can't make that decision? Did you catch someone? Maybe you're going to catch yourself in terms of how this is working out for you. Maybe pass a little self-judgment upon yourself. Maybe you'll catch yourself in terms of some of the wrong decisions or some of the wrong choices that you're presented with that can cause a bad decision. Or what are you bringing into your environment What's up? What's going on here? This directly affects this. Temperance reverse leads to this the Queen of Coins here in reverse. Going back to, what do you require? Do you really not know? Do you not see it? Maybe it is there, but you just don't see it. Okay. Let's see. Father God, what advice do you have for Taurus pertaining to the situations at hand? Father, was your word your love? What to say about the situation or situations that are going on? What advice can you give for Taurus? Come unto me, all that you labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Matthew 7:7. The sevens, again the sevens. Remember the decisions in the beginning? Sevens and sixes. You're going to have to give it to someone. You're going to have to make a certain decision and look at all your options. But most importantly, let me turn it up right, guys, sorry. Make the best one. Because look at all those different decisions. What's it going to be, Taurus? But most importantly, you have to sometimes maybe surrender and trust that things are going to work out. And make sure that you're confident in the decisions that you make. That the beginning process, the initial, it commencing is going to be favorable. Because if you put it into your mind, into your head that it's not going to be, it probably won't be. Because then that's the mind frame you're going to... That's the tone you set for the rest of the field trip. By the way, I don't know why I said that. It was weird. But how are you going to mold it if it's not there? If you don't give it a chance to present itself so you can give it, or you can look at it and see how you're going to mold it. If it's not there and it doesn't exist. Sometimes you need to let go and let God, Taurus, and give it to Him or your higher power. Whoever you confide in. Because sometimes when it becomes too much, and it becomes too much to carry, that's when this happens. It happens. You're only human. That's when the Lord says, come unto me, all that you labor and are heavy laden, all that you work towards that is too heavy, all that you can't handle, give it to Him and He'll give you rest. But you have to knock, Taurus, and you have to see it. Who's behind the door? You can't carry all of it on your own sometimes, or else we wouldn't need God. You can't do it all on your own, and it's okay to admit that. That's why we have God. That's why we have the higher power. Okay, Taurus? You got this. Work on it. Make that damn decision, okay? Now, going back to what we were talking about in the beginning about, this little bit here. So, justice reversed pertaining to the Seven of Cups and the Six of Coins. Are you going to do this for yourself? Were you almost going to make a decision about someone else or giving more than you really should? and you're going to do it to yourself, or someone didn't give you what you deserved and what you needed. And you need to make a decision if you want to stay there or not. But choosing to stay there is going to lead to this. But you know what, though? I just all of a sudden, if this happens to you, you have a backup plan. You can do it. You have to stay balanced. Why is there two there? Yeah, because the dualistic side of it, but you and him. Because then, when there's harmony between there, that's when the two pentacles that he's holding, they're even on both sides. You can even apply this as just spiritually. If your higher power is a quart of crystal, hey, as long as it makes you a better person, you're balanced. No shade, no judgment. Okay, Taurus, so read Matthew chapter 11 and also Matthew chapter 7. And there's going to be something there for you. There will be. All right, Taurus, there's your reading. That was intense, wasn't it? King of Wands were upright. King of Cups in reverse. Be careful how you plan things, okay? And what you do and how you bring into it, because you don't want it leaving you feeling like things were manipulated or that you can't handle your emotions. Okay? I felt like I just needed to pull that out. But okay. According to your faith, be it unto you. According to your faith in him and according to your faith in the higher power, that everything's going to work out. Okay, Taurus? Matthew, look, they're all Matthew. 9:29. Read Matthew chapter 9. All right, Taurus, I won't take up any more of your time. All right, we'll see you in August or any other random video that I put out. All right, Taurus? Deuces.